All right, folks, thank you for being here. It is time for another one of our Wednesday live streams. If you would give me a thumbs up in the comment section of the chat if the audio is sounding good. We are attempting to upgrade our audio system, and right now we're sort of in between. But today is going to be a different kind of. I'm excited about what's going to happen today. First of all, let me do a bit of housekeeping. You're wondering what in the world is going on behind my head. Well, let me get rid of my head and join the Facebook group. If you just go to Facebook and search for Godly Trading, you'll find our brand new group. If you do that, tomorrow we have going live on our, going live. We have this, 1 second, sorry about this. Or when you're struggling, or honestly, they're some of the best books out there, and I highly recommend them. We're actually going to put out some videos inside the Facebook group where I discuss the books, the individual books, what parts of them I find the most useful, and some other things are right there. So if you go to Facebook and do a search for Godly Trading, I actually have the link for it down in the description. Then you can join our Facebook group, and there'll be a link in there for that giveaway page. You can also find that one on Facebook as well. So with that said, again, if you let me know in the chat how the audio is. Like I said, I do apologize today if the audio is a little different. We are in a bit of a transition as we're growing the channel, as we're growing the business. We're trying to upgrade things piece by piece. So give me a thumbs up if you could at least hear me, even if you can't hear me well. By the way, and thank you all for being here. So today, if I can get my clicker to work, is my clicker on? My clicker is not on. Well, there's one reason why it won't work. Today, we are going to be jumping back into our series on the fruit of the Spirit, and we are using the book here, and you can get this book off of there's a link in the description where you can find the book. It's also part of the giveaway. So not only can you buy a copy of it, but there's a chance to win a copy of a signed copy. By the way, we also have the audiobook and the ebook that are available for people who like to consume information in different ways. So we're back in today. Before we go any further, I just want to remind everybody that if you have anything that you need prayer on, just please send me a link. If you don't want to talk about it, just post something in the comments. Say, hey, I've got something I don't want to go into detail. We will absolutely pray for y'all. I firmly believe that we are here to support one another, and part of that is through prayer. So, like we did last week, let's review why we are here. Why are we trading in the first place? Well, I've read this verse before. I don't know how many times I've read this verse before. You ever have one of those situations where you're reading a verse, or maybe it's not even in the Bible, but you're reading something that you've read before, and you know that you've read it before, but it's like you're reading it for the first time. It's like, how have I missed this the whole time? Well, so I read this verse. This is pointed out to me. It's probably why it jumped out so well. By Myron Golden. In the grand scheme of creating wealth and changing the future of our families. That this is from Proverbs. That a good man, by the way, the translation there doesn't say man or woman. It just says basically a good person. It is good to leave an inheritance for your children's children. So we're not leaving the ladies out of this. But, a good man, a good father, a husband, the head of the household, leaves an inheritance to his children's children. And that is the reason that's my why. And I believe it's probably the why for most of you out there. I firmly believe that one of the best ways to do this, to accomplish this, is through trading. We're going to go over as we seek to develop not just professional traders, but professional family men. We're going to eventually start branching out from trading to other areas, whether it's real estate, whether it's starting a business like I have. These other areas, multiple streams of income. I mean, wouldn't you love to get to the point where you've gotten 2 or 3 extra streams of income? Maybe none of them are setting the world on fire, but collectively, they've replaced your wife's income, and now she can stay home and fulfill her dream, her destiny, her why. So this is why we are here. We're starting with trading. I believe trading has the lowest barrier to entry, and even in that, we're going to have not a split, but there are 2 divergent paths, and we're going to cover both of them. Trading your own money for those who have money, for those who have access to their retirement accounts and can control it. If you happen to work for a Mississippi State agency, then your access to your account is non-existent. But if you have a lump sum of money, step 1 is trading that. If you don't, we have other opportunities to show you where you can trade other people's money. Now, it's not an immediate thing, but there are steps to go through, and you can absolutely. I'm doing both, right? And I currently have an allocation that's been given to me from someone else with their money. So there are ways to do this, but I just believe that trading provides the easiest step 1 to developing a multiple stream of income, an additional stream of income that you can use to create this generational wealth. It's the first step, right? I mean, you can, not that it's going to, in and of itself, create wealth, but you can start trading with $10 on a Wanda account. Let's do Forex. So, again, while we are trading focused, and trading is an amazing first step, we're not here to develop professional traders. We're absolutely here to develop disciplined traders, but we are here to develop professional family men and support one another in that. So diving into this week's chapter of the book, Trading with Joy, and even that name there goes into the idea of being a professional family man, because you need to bring joy into everything that you do. So, fruit of the Spirit from Galatians. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering or patience, kindness this week, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. We've covered goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Got some real good feedback on goodness. Goodness did not at all go in the direction, when I was writing the book, did not at all go in the direction that I thought it was going to when I sat down to map out the chapters. It's amazing when you dive into something and you start really investigating and studying words for the first time. I think Myron Golden quotes someone else, possibly his daughter, who says, you can't know what the word says until you know what the words say. So, in other words, we hear things. Remember, the Bible wasn't written in English. So diving into these individual words, it's just amazing to me what comes out of it and the different directions that things go. So this week, I know what you're thinking. I thought the same thing. Well, look, when I sat down and mapped out this book from the verse there, I'm like, okay, well, some of these are just right off the bat. I mean, we know what we're searching for. We're searching for joy, peace, absolutely, long suffering. Any trader out there, every trader out there, knows all about long suffering. You don't have to be a New Orleans Saints fan to know about long suffering, though it helps. Self-control; those are absolutely. Those are easy. That's low-hanging fruit when it comes to biblical doctrine and trading applicability. Kindness? You're going to be surprised. Now, in the book, I reference this. The whole theme of the book is a journey. And so there's waypoints and there's rest areas. This is a rest stop. All right? We're taking a brief pause, reflecting on where we've been, and looking forward to the big one coming up next week. By the way, next week is probably going to be a 2-parter. So kindness. Yes, kindness is absolutely applicable. And you're probably thinking, well, but trading is so cutthroat, right? We've all seen Wall Street. Gordon Gekko says greed is good. There's nothing kind about trading. And that's a sad state of affairs that people automatically think that. Remember our destination here. We are on the way to joy, and stabbing people in the back and slitting throats on the way is not an easy way to get there. Would you agree? By the way, guys, again, if you're just joining us, let me know how the audio is for you. I am trying my best to balance the transition from ye olde mics to what we're going to have hopefully sometime soon. So this week's all about kindness, as I love to do. And I apologize if I geek out a little too much on these words. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, or maybe I will. Christostes. There's the Greek word that, remember, I can't stress enough that you remember that the Bible was not written in Greek. Right? The Old Testament was written predominantly in Hebrew. The New Testament was written predominantly in Greek. We Americans who only speak one language. Now, I realize there are lots of Americans who speak multiple languages. But if you were raised in your typical American educational system, you probably only speak one language. We have an English-centric view of things. And that actually, when it comes to biblical study and lots of other areas, hampers us because we think of there's only one interpretation of a word. So this word here, this Greek word for kindness that we're going to be diving into from a trading perspective today, moral goodness, integrity, and kindness. You think, well, yeah, okay, fine, kindness, but moral goodness and integrity? This week, this particular element, this particular trait, character trait, honestly, this one has more to do with other people. This is a more external attitude and if you will, skill than all of the other ones. How do you build kindness? How do you apply kindness? You're not gonna go long, Tesla and think, well, I'm stabbing somebody in the back who's selling it right now. That's not what I mean. What does, in fact, kind trading look like? Well, think about how does your trading, and this is one of those that I don't want to get too much in confession time because we could be here all day. How does your trading affect your family, affect your friends, your employer, your coworkers? How do you reflect to the world how your trading day has been going? Now, ideally, you come home from a day of trading and your family doesn't know that you traded, because getting to the point where you are as unemotional as humanly possible is the goal. But guys, how many times have I come home in just a black cloud? And everybody within a 5-mile radius can tell there's something wrong. Have you ever done that? Has that ever happened to you? That you feel like you're walking around with this giant neon sign above your head that says, "Don't talk to me," or maybe more specifically, "Don't talk to me about trading." Right? Flashing, "Don't talk to me. Stay away. Watch out." You ever bitten somebody's head off because of the way that a trade was going? You ever been so scared? Where's the quote? Did I put it in the last? Where did I put it? Apparently I didn't put it in there. How we do anything is how we do everything. And what happens in our trading world, our trading day, can have an unfortunate bleed over effect into those around us. If you've ever had that happen to you, where let me ask the question this way: have any of you ever met someone, whether it was your wife or your neighbor or a stranger on the street? Well, stranger wouldn't apply here, but someone who knew that you were trading, and the minute they looked at you, they thought, "Did you have a bad day trading?" Has that ever happened to anybody but me? Because sadly, all too often, we cannot display kindness. Now, how does this? Where am I going with this? I don't want to make anybody else feel guilty. When I read this verse in conjunction, I'm like, okay, I'm keeping things in perspective here. So Ephesians 4:32, and be kind to one another, tender-hearted. How many times has my trading hardened my heart for whatever's going to happen for the rest of the day? All right, forgiving one another. Okay, there's a sort of a cliche about coming home and kicking the dog. Have you ever let your trading day, your trading results, turn you into somebody that everyone's walking on eggshells around you? And so if the kid spills the milk, you suddenly just blow up. Which do you think is worse, by the way? Being the jerk who jumps on everybody because of how bad the day went, or being the jerk who turns everything into, "Hey, listen to how great my trading day went"? I guess ultimately they're both jerks, right? back to the Bible. And be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God in Christ forgave you. So, keeping things in perspective. Yes, you may have had a good day, you may have had a bad day, and how you feel about your trading may instinctively make you react. But let's remember what God did for us before we say anything. So, are you a kind, there it is, are you a kind trader? I knew I put it here somewhere. Remember, how you do anything is how you do everything. Don't make your family hate trading. But confession time. There was a period of time where my wife did not want to ask me how my trading was going. Either she was afraid of getting barraged with 30 minutes of technobabble that she was unprepared for, or she would get sullen, sulking, short answers, don't talk to me kind of a cloud coming off of me. So if you are excited about trading, like I am excited about trading, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I love trading and I'm excited about trading. And I want to pass on that excitement to everybody that I meet. I don't want everyone that I meet to hate trading because of the way I behave after trading. Does that make sense? Y'all understand what I'm trying to say here? Don't give trading a bad name because of what trading has done to you that day. Ultimately, you probably did it to you. I did it to me. But you know what I hope this is making sense here, guys. So, how can I be a kind trader? And again, what does that really look like on a day-to-day basis? Number one, in as much as is possible, be kind to your family. The people that are closest to you, whether it's your literal family, your wife, your kids, your coworkers who spend 8 hours a day with you, the guy that you're commuting back and forth to work with, those people, compartmentalize. If you've had a bad day, pray, give thanks. Go back to a couple of lessons ago when we talked about being thankful, right? Try to not shove those feelings down, not put them in a box, but try to dissipate those feelings and negate those feelings with thankfulness. Intentional thankfulness was love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self. I believe it was gentleness was where we talked about intentional thankfulness. That will help counteract having a bad day. Having a good day. Remember, your family is not, they aren't traders. Maybe you'd like them to be one day. Hold back. Don't go overboard. Just say, hey, today was a good day. I think we're going to be able to go on that cruise sooner than we thought. By the way, cruising is the best vacation anybody can take. It is I don't want to get sidetracked, but talk to me about cruising if you want. I can be one of those people that just grabs hold and just barrages you with information. You know what I'm trying to say here. Be kind to your family and how you interact with them. Be intentional about that. All right, next up. We talked about it in the book and in several sessions. You have those group of three, right? You've got the beginner, the fellow traveler, and your guide. And even if you don't think that, you know what? I have the chat on, but it makes no difference because I don't have my glasses on. What about family members and friends who ask you to teach them how to trade? I'm not going to be the one. Well, let me just say this. Chill. Everybody at first, okay, I should stay away from blanket statements. Most traders at first think no one's going to listen to me. Why would anyone listen to me? I don't have anything to teach anybody. There's always someone further behind you. When it comes to family, my wife and I actually, we were in South Carolina, so this was somewhere between 1997 and 1999. We put together a Office Depot computer armoire, right? And we said we almost ended our marriage trying to follow the directions. That was probably me, right? I was the one that was being so unkind. But it's like, okay, when it comes to technical matters in family, maybe you have someone else do it. But yeah, honestly, I do think that there's a way to be excited, overcome your gloom and doom, and show others what you do. Now, as in the course that we do, it starts with being very, very, very basic. You may trade with 4 indicators and candlesticks and fundamental charts and whatever news came out from the Fed that day, right? if someone says, hey, I want to learn how to trade, fantastic, right? Let's look at a moving, here's what a moving average is, right? Long, short, we're done. But here's the great thing, and this is the most, the most kind thing you can do for the person who's looking up to you, whether that's a brand new trader or your kid or your neighbor. The most kind thing you can do is say, oh, you want to learn how about trading. Okay, well, let me tell you what. Trading, first and foremost, starts with discipline. All right? You want to be the world's best trader? You want to be a most successful trader? Let's together build some discipline. Hey, we're going to go jogging. Well, if you're Mississippi, there's about 2 months out of the year you can go jogging outside without it either bursting into flames or drowning. Let's say that you live in one of those nicer states where you can go outside. Let's go jogging every morning and let's lose 10 pounds together. Let's learn how to play the guitar together, right? Teaching other people how to do what you do. The most important aspect of trading, we all know this, is discipline. So saying trading is a skill like juggling. Hey, remind me, I'm going to bring the juggling things here. I learned how to juggle years ago. And I keep using the analogy. Trading is a skill like juggling. The key to trading is up here, right? The barrel of monkeys that in my brain look like minions, but that's copyrighted, so I can't show them. The key to trading is about discipline. And that was self-control. That was probably live stream number 2, I think it was. So yeah, trading is nuts and bolts, skill, and any strategy, plug and play. The crux of trading is, hey, you want to learn trading? Fantastic. Let's develop some discipline together, and we'll throw some trading in, the Mr. Miyagi style. And oh my goodness, I sincerely hope that everybody watching this knows who I'm talking about, and no one's going, who? Because that would make me feel very old. And I am turning a specific and significant number next month, but I don't want to feel that old. Anyway, your fellow traveler, how can you be kind to your fellow traveler? The person who is at the same level as you are, and the two of you are together are accountable. This is the hardest one. This may be the hardest one in the entire book. The kindest thing you can do to that partner of yours, that friend of yours, that person that you and he or you and she are in this together, is to be brutally honest. When they are doing something that they have asked you to help them overcome, you've got to tell them. When they need help, let me rephrase that. They need you to be kind but not nice. What is the difference? Nice is polite and non-confrontational. Kind means, hey dude, I know you want to go rob that liquor store tonight, but let's not do that, all right? That's kind. Nice says, I don't want to rock the boat, go rob that liquor store. Man, I hope YouTube doesn't strike me for talking about robbing liquor stores. When it comes to that fellow traveler, the kindest thing you can do is to do what they have asked you to do. Hold them accountable in whatever way they've asked you. Don't go above and beyond, and keep it as civil as possible, because they're not going to hear you otherwise. Now, what about your guide? What about your mentor? That person that knows more about trading than you do, that is giving of their time to help you along. Well, the kindest thing you can do is to value their time more than they value their time. To value their wisdom and their words. If they say, hey, here's what you need to do. Go home and do these 5 things. Go home and do those 5 things. Show up tomorrow morning at the Zoom meeting at 7 o'clock. Show up, right? Don't waste their time. Don't make them regret having taken you on as what's the opposite of a mentor? Mentee. Don't make them regret that, because that may affect someone else down the road. They say, oh, I'd love to be a mentor again, but Pepper back there, he just made me so miserable. I'm never going to do that again, right? The kindest thing you can do for your mentor is to listen, obey, and be respectful of their time. And not take your day out. That's the kindest thing you can do for anybody. Here's something else you can do. Be intentionally kind every day. What do I mean by that? We talked about in goodness, faithfulness, self-control, faithfulness. We talked about it in the faithfulness live stream about being intentionally thankful. Right? Put sticky notes. Practice being thankful. How do you practice being kind? Well, I think an easy way to do it is to find some place that you can be of service, right? Find a chat group or a Facebook group. Right? By the way, don't forget, we have the new Facebook group, Godly Trading, go join it. Sign up for the giveaway. We got those 3 fantastic books, plus my fantastic book that we're giving away. Find some group of people that have questions and go answer questions. That's the kindest thing you can do is every day give a little bit of your time to someone else. Be the best example of a trader they've ever seen. Probably most people have an impression in their head, might not even be factually based, of what a trader looks like and acts like. Do everything within your power to dispel the opinion they already have of how a trader acts. And above all else, please don't add to it. Be the absolute best example of a trader that you can possibly be. That's being kind to all the rest of us. I mean, because you're at a party or a football game or something and says, "Oh, well, what do you do?" "Well, I'm a trader." And then next thing you know, they've left the room. Okay, maybe they've had a bad experience in the past. All right, guys. Again, I apologize about the audio. It's on its way. My youngest is my tech guy. He's sourcing a microphone for me. Don't forget about the Facebook group and the giveaway. The giveaway will be live either tomorrow or either Thursday or Friday. What day is today? Today is the 25th. So either the 26th or 27th. The Facebook book is live today. The giveaway will be live one of those 2 days, and there'll be a link inside the Facebook group to go and sign up for the giveaway. My favorite book is in there. Actually, about 3 favorite books, but the one that just I won't go into. We're going to actually have videos inside the Facebook group where I play like book report. No, what's it called? Book group, book club. Thank you. Next week, patience. Next week is patience. I'm going to need your patience because it's going to take more than 1 week to get through patience. It and self-control. Oh, gosh. This is why I didn't like memorizing this verse when I was a kid. Even I've got to say the word patience and self-control out loud to my parents and my preacher. I ain't doing that. Let me memorize Jesus wept instead. Patience is one of those. It's like everybody knows you need it. Nobody wants it. That's why we're all day traders, right? Because you don't have to be. We're going to start that next week. And with that, guys, I appreciate you being here, and I will see you all next week.